Hey, Jonathan from Buffalo Modular Homes, and I just wanted to share with you that me and my family are actually in the process of moving right now. Just like a lot of you folks that are watching these videos and are considering building and thinking about those things, we are also in the process of moving. And I tell you, moving is stressful. It is really stressful, and it's super emotional as well. When you're moving from a place that you've lived in for a while, even if it's something that you've been frustrated with, somehow it all of a sudden becomes very nostalgic and all of these things. Like, you're moving for a reason, but for some reason, sometimes all of the, you look at the situation with rose-colored glasses and like, oh man, was it that bad? Right? These sorts of things. So, but moving is one of the most stressful activities that you will undergo in your life. If you look at lists of stressful activities, moving is on every one of them. Moving is stressful. So, while we are not counselors, one thing that we can do to help you in reducing the stress that you will undergo in a building project is having a good schedule, having clarity of what's coming up next, having regular meetings on the calendar all the time so that we know when things are happening and we know that we can expect to have a conversation together about the building project and be looking at those things together. And then also we can have clarity of not just what we've accomplished and being able to celebrate those things, but also having a clear picture and a vision for what's coming up next. What do we need to do next? Because if we don't have a schedule and we don't have these things in order and we don't have regular meetings, obviously, like I said, building itself or moving and building are stressful activities. If we don't have a schedule, it can start to feel like the project is just dragging out for forever. Or it can also feel like you're kind of rushing through it, right? So having clarity of the overall picture of the build, having clarity of the fact that we are going to have regular meetings on the calendar all the time throughout the building process. We will be there for you every step of the way through building. So if you want to build, if you want to move and undergo one of the most stressful things you'll ever do in your entire life, just know it's worth it in the end, right? I know that for me and my family, it's going to be worth it for our kids and being able to grow up in an environment that's a little bit better suited for them and where we're at in our lives. This is the reason we move, right? We outgrow things, or we're past that season in time, or whatever the case is. It's time for a change, right? So the change is necessary, the change is good, but it can be really stressful. So having that schedule, having that clarity of what's coming up next, what we've done, and where we're going with the building project will help to reduce that stress. It's not going to eliminate it, but it will help to reduce it. So hopefully it's helpful to you as you're considering your building project, knowing that we'll walk through the entire process all the way through the build up until you're in your house. So please reach out to us. We'd love to help you with your building project. Thanks so much for watching. So one of the things that's really funny about our moving process is we're decluttering, right? We're pulling things out and stuff and getting rid of things and saying, why have we been hanging on to this thing for so long? And so as you're going through this stuff, and then you go to take finished photos of the house, and all of a sudden, man, this house looks really great. This house looks really great. Why are we moving again? Keep your eye on the goal, on what you set out to do initially. You decided to do it for a good reason. Don't do it impulsively by any means, but just always remember that there's a reason for your move, and it's not, we don't want to necessarily diminish the house that we were in, but it's looking forward to what's ahead. I'd love to hear your guys' stories about moving and all of the emotional roller coaster that is moving.